Taurus, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. Dear Daddy Taurus and Mama Taurus, today I'm going to be doing your twin flame reading for the end of January. Now, this is going to be a very specific reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. This is for the group of Taurus people out there who are going through a twin flame journey. Now, in this reading, dear Taurus, I'm going to be taking a look at the main energy and the challenge between you and your twin flame. I'm going to take a look at the recent past, present, and the upcoming future. I'm going to clarify all the cards and get some final advice for you. I will also pull some messages of love and pull 3 cards from the intimacy deck, questions that you can discuss with your twin flame. By the way, dear Taurus, if I haven't introduced, this is Henry and this is Michael, and I'm Arman, son of a Taurus and a Capricorn too. So the energy between you and your twin flame is the 10 of Cups, dear Taurus. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, there is the 3 of Wands, followed by the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Taurus, there is a lot of love between you and your twin flame right now. Family is an important dynamic for many of you, okay? I feel like that for a lot of you, this is someone that you either have been married with or maybe are married, or this is someone that you envision yourself marrying, okay? 10 of Cups typically talks about the culmination of a relationship. Now, maybe that's not everyone's story. Maybe, the culmination or the final episode of a relationship. Is that a right word to say? Not final episode, but like basically the end goal of a relationship. For some people, maybe it's marriage. Some of them is just like living together or being together, okay? For many of you, I do see here that there is a lot of love. There is a lot of love in the air for you and your twin flame. We're going to clarify this and we're going to see what is it that you need to know, what this relationship is going to unfold for you. In the recent past, you have the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. In the recent past, for many of you, indeed, there were a lot of trust issues that you had with your twin flame. Some of you were dealing with the Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius, Leo, could have been also water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I think that a lot of you did suspect that maybe there was a third-party situation going on. The third party could be a person, could be a family member, could be job, could be anything that was intervening into this relationship. I do feel like here that things became very exhausting for you. It became very heavy to fight for this relationship, to keep going. You were really tired, okay, by just fighting through this relationship or trying to even reconcile with your twin flame. You also did have a lot of trust issues. We're going to find out more. In the present moment, you have the Magician, the Judgment, and the 7 of Pentacles. You could be dealing with the Scorpio also. So there is something that's manifesting in the present moment. I think you are manifesting news from this person. The Judgment, as you can see, is blowing the trumpet. So your twin flame is someone that I think that you haven't even heard back from for quite some time. And I think that you are basically manifesting for whatever is best for you to happen. I don't know if that's a prayer you did recently, but that's what I'm really feeling strongly. You might have made a prayer or wrote in your journal that if this relationship with my twin flame is going to be an equal give and take exchange energy, let it be so. So you definitely have planted some seed of manifestation. Something is going to be making you happy. In the near future, you have the Empress, that is you, the 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I think a lot of you are refusing to give up on this love. You're not. I think that for many of you are still holding on to this person, and because you're holding on to your manifestation, you're holding on to this new love that can actually emerge. Remember, this is about you and your twin flame when you're in separation, okay? And this is something that's going to lead to some sort of a brand new beginning. You and your twin flame also could come from 2 different cultures and backgrounds. With the 3 of Wands, you have been waiting for this moment. You have been waiting for this very moment to unfold. A lot of you have been also focusing on your own financial stability, on your own financial, money, there's something about your business. I'm getting here stock market. You might have been like just really focused on your like entire material world, spiritual world also, you know, but I feel like that there is something here that you are trying to either pay off or you have been trying to really, you know, allocate your finances. Now you have the Six of Wands. There is a situation here that you're going to come out very victoriously. This is a general message I'm getting. Something here that's been holding you in bondage or something that's been really keeping you stuck, you're finally coming out of that. And I think the reason why is because it's a frequency you are actually stepping into. You're tapping into a new frequency, the frequency of joy, of happiness, prosperity, reconciliation. Everything in this world is a frequency, Taurus. Everything, okay? There's billions of people. Everyone has a specific frequency that they are operating from. So your frequency is upgrading and changing, and that's why there is some sort of news, there is some sort of happiness coming in towards your way. And if you don't know, I'm sure many of you know what frequency is or that concept, but it's very real. I will talk about it at the end of this video for you to explain it for those who may not have heard of it. Now, let's clarify everything for you, dear Taurus, and let's see what is it that you need to know. Also, dear Taurus, thank you for your understanding and for your support, like whatever I talked about last time at the end of the video. Also, please make sure to go ahead to hit that like button as well, to hit the thumbs up, to hype the video, and leave positive comments as well. Taurus. Now, the Ten of Cups is clarified by the Lovers, the Sun, and the Five of Pentacles. Wow. And you have the World at the bottom. You could be dealing also with an Aquarius as a fixed sign, Scorpio, maybe another Taurus, could be a Capricorn and a Leo. Okay, I'm getting Justice too. So I feel like that there is a karmic lesson that you and your twin flame are actually closing off. There is a karmic lesson with the Justice. It's like a closure of a past lifetime lesson that both of you needed to learn in this situation. The Lovers here talks about a lot of love. I have to cover a little bit from her frontal department, okay? So there is definitely a lot of love. See what I'm saying? That's why I said you are in the frequency. That's the energy that I was really picking up on, and it came out to be confirmed. Lovers clarifying the Ten of Cups. I mean, how much more evidence would you need, right? So I feel like that for many of you with the Sun also, there is a lot of things that are being eliminated. The Sun shining and showing up, it's a very, very positive sign. It means that something here that was maybe hidden is being eliminated. Now, the Sun shining over the Five of Pentacles and the Lovers, this means that even though there has been a separation, abandonment, financial issues, Five of Pentacles also, maybe even your love life was, your financial aspect of life was also affected by this, you know, relationship with the twin flame. That is something that also seems to be eliminated, and it's like almost there is a solution coming up for you in all areas of your life. And a lot of you have, even though the 2026 year just started, but it feels like it's been a little bit wild, like a wild beginning, right? And I feel like that's your challenge here. Now, here is the thing. Five of Pentacles, you might also not trust that this is going to work out, or maybe you struggle sometimes during the day to maintain that frequency. But I think that you actually are already there. It could feel natural sometimes that your subconscious mind is telling you, oh no, it's not going to happen. You know, all these tarot readers are saying we're going to reconcile and it just never happens, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a regular schmegular tarot reader, smeggle. Okay, read my success stories, you'll know. If you do the work, which I believe you are, meditation, breathwork, gratitude journal, change your frequency, change your reality, because this reality is a hologram, okay? Now, in the recent past, you have the Seven of Swords. Indeed, you and your twin flame, dear Taurus, did have trust issues. The Seven of Swords in the recent past is clarified by the Judgment, Scorpio energy, Queen of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so strong Scorpio energy. You don't have to, maybe that wasn't Scorpio, maybe it was an Aquarius, other sign, but I feel like that dear Taurus, in the recent past for many of you, there was some sort of a realization that it's like you just realized there is a reason why I met this person. This is someone that triggered you big time. This person caused a lot of triggers. You also triggered them as well. And that's just a part of the twin flame journey, because when twin flames, they meet and they encounter each other, they actually mirror a lot of things back to back. And this can be very triggering, but there is a lesson that needs to be learned. There is a reason why soulmates come into our life and the twin flames. The twin flame can be very, very challenging and tumultuous. The reason why is because it's like almost you're seeing yourself in another body, and there is a strong reflection going on, projection going on. There is an important lesson here that needs to be learned, and not many people have met their twin flame. It's a very intense connection. It's very much about being on and off, push and pull, a lot of hard days, crying and things like that. And at the bottom, there is the Six of Cups. This is a past life love connection here, right? The Six of Cups always indicates past lover, past life connection. So the Ten of Wands in the recent past, for many of you, there might have been a moment where you really got exhausted and you got really tired, and you tried to reconcile with them. You tried to really work things out with your twin flame, with the Three of Cups, but there was a third party that was also interfering. The Ten of Wands is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Page of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Some of you experienced a rejection from your twin flame in the recent past, which is also one of those things that actually happens in a twin flame connection. I do see here in the recent past, there were major trust issues. You see the Seven of Swords is right next to the King of Pentacles and between the Page of Wands. Number one, there might have been a very significant age difference between you and them. Number two, the Seven of Swords is also twice in the recent past, okay? So there was a lot of trust issues. And you, Taurus, I know Taurus is very well. My mom is a Taurus. Okay, May 15. And so is my nephew. Actually, I forgot to mention that to my sister's son. So very down-to-earth kid. Now, for many of you, as a Taurus, your trust is very important. Capital letter trust. Trust. So if someone betrays your trust or tries to play games with you, it's very difficult for you to get back on track. Now, why did it feel so hard with this person? Because you might have ended certain relationships, even friendships with certain people in the past because of trust issues. But with this specific person, which turned out to be your twin flame, again, use your discernment when you're watching those twin flame readings, it was very difficult, okay? And you have tried to give them a chance, you tried to work it out, but I think something was off in the recent past, and we're gonna clarify that now with the Three of Cups. So let's clarify the Three of Cups, dear Taurus. The Three of Cups in the past is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. And you have the Four of Wands. So you were either married to this person or you were on your way to marry them. Something here, I'm getting here a strong cut-off energy. Queen of Swords, someone cut you off with the Seven of Pentacles. It's like almost halfway, or you have been with this person for already quite a long time, like 7 years, 7 months, 7 weeks. 7 can be significant, and all of a sudden, right at the moment when you both were going to have a brand new beginning, Queen of Swords, I'm getting here someone very analytical, someone kind of acted very cold-hearted and cut it off. Also, there could have been a mother figure, there could have been a master-in-law, you know what I'm saying? There could have been some sort of an external influence that also caused this relationship not to work out. Too bad for them. Because you're actually manifesting a shift here. You're setting your intention with the Magician to make a change in this relationship. So the Magician in the present moment is clarified by the Four of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Temperance. Now, there is a lot of healing that's happening. Also, I want to mention something very important. What you're manifesting is the transformation. Four of Swords is associated with the planet Pluto. Pluto is about transformation. It's about learning a lesson, shedding off the old skin, and metamorphosis. Okay, so for many of you, I am strongly getting here that it's not that you're just hoping, you're just basically transforming your mindset about love, your mindset about yourself, to the better. Okay, there is an alchemical process that's also going to be happening for many of you. You have the Temperance. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius also, and you have the Page of Cups. So you're manifesting a confession or some sort of a love offer from this person, from your twin flame back again. Some people may say, how is that even possible? It is, because your frequency is changing. When you change your frequency, it immediately reorders the 3D reality, and your specific person They think that it's their thoughts, but it's actually your thoughts, because your frequency is way more powerful. Your vibration is way more powerful. So don't be surprised that you have multiple people actually coming back from the past. Now, the judgment in the present moment is clarified by the Emperor, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Your twin flame has a very important decision here to make in the present moment. You could be dealing with an Aries also. Your twin flame's important decision here has a lot to do with deciding which path they are going to take. There is a path in front of them. And that path is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands here talks about someone that is standing and they're having in front of a choice. They're standing in front of a path. Nine of Swords, if your twin flame doesn't learn this lesson, you're already in a much different place. Although you have a lot going on in your life, but I think you are creating more stability for you. If your twin flame doesn't learn this important lesson here of acceptance, of acceptance of an equal give and take exchange energy, and stops being an avoidant, then what's waiting for them on the other side is stressful days and sleepless nights. The reason why is because they haven't really mastered some sort of a skill of patience, reciprocation, and doesn't mean like, oh, this person, if they don't end up being with you, that's what's going to happen to them. It has a lot to do with their personality and with the lesson that they need to learn, because your twin flame might have been in a relationship with someone else and they didn't learn their lesson. They might have had addictions, certain behavioral habits, maybe also I'm getting here someone was really bad at spending money. Okay, so it really affected your twin flame on many levels, and this is a lesson they're learning, and they're learning through you, because you have awakened your twin flame's heart chakra, opened them up. Now the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles, and you have the Justice. See what I'm saying? This is about a karmic lesson, the Justice, karma, which is ruled by Libra, and Libra is about relationships and the planet of Venus. So this has a lot to do with how this person handles relationship and love, and how they actually show up for love. When this twin flame also, I think when they come towards you, there is something here about also them realizing that they can't treat you like an option. They can say, I'm not really sure what this relationship is going to, what am I supposed to do? There has been a lot of confusion in the past with your twin flame. I think that your twin flame maybe also didn't really know how to navigate through this relationship. Indeed, there has been a lot of confusion. I do feel like here also that your twin flame is realizing that they need to open up more. Four of Pentacles, this is someone that also maybe when it came to money, this person either held back from giving you money or sharing money with you. There is something about handling the money in the wrong way too. So this person's, also your twin flame's blessings will open up once they treat you right. Taurus, you are ruled by you're an earth sign, right? So basically your planet, I think your planet is also Venus too. Your planet is Venus too, love and romance and pleasure. So you're someone that you rule the financial world, the stock market. So if anyone really messes with the Taurus, I think, I don't know, like there's a karmic lesson they need to learn, and their finances may be affected, because Taurus is an abundance sign and you're all about quality, okay? So if someone doesn't really treat you right, I think they might have to learn a lesson, because you're someone that you're not easy to come across to, okay? Now in the near future, the Empress, which is the card of a Taurus, this is about the divine feminine. I know there is a lot of daddy Tauruses watching me as well. This is about Taurus nurturing, caring energy here is what I'm getting, okay? The number 3 can be very significant. I think that over time, your twin flame is going to start opening up. Okay, they really need to accept the love that you're offering to them. This is someone that rejected you in the past. Now, specifically your energy, the Empress is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the King of Wands. For many of you, I do see here, when you see two court cards together, not a gender specific, could be two kings, two queens, king and a queen, take it as it resonates. I have a very big audience. There is this face-to-face conversation and this interaction about finances also. I don't know why I feel like you are someone that you want to be independent on your own, and you want to kind of teach your twin flame on how to be like that, or if they are already, how to allocate that. There is something about finances and allocation of money. That seems to be very important in this dynamic here. I am getting here that the abundance blocks are going to be removed, okay, because of this connection improving and getting better. That's what I'm really strongly getting. And the Four of Pentacles, there is definitely a reason why you and your twin flame are gonna reunite, because there is something here about learning a lesson to accept love and to accept blessings and accept love. Both of you do love each other so much, and there is a very strong chemistry, but also it has been a struggle for you two, for both of you to accept that from each other, especially for your twin flame. Now, the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. There is action that is going to be taken. By the way, it's 555 on my clock right now, 555. So there is a communication, there is some sort of truth that is going to be revealed. There could be third party. Someone here needs to get rid of a third party. Someone here is going to decide to cut off a third party situation. I feel like that this person that you're dealing with has been on and off a few times because of third parties, and there is a very direct line that is going to be drawn when it comes to you and them being together. The third party could be maybe limiting their access to, it's either a family member or it's someone from their past or maybe someone they used to deal with. It's not only a limitation, but it's almost maybe like just not interaction, no communication, right? Because someone from their past tends to pull them back. The Ace of Cups, there is a lot of love between you and your twin flame in the near future. The Ace of Cups is clarified by the World, the Justice, and the Nine of Wands, and you have the Star Aquarius energy. So there is definitely hope and a wish being fulfilled. The Star talks about healing. It talks about something, that's why they say wish upon a star becoming true. Taurus, in the near future, you have the Justice, the Nine of Wands, and the World. This situation is going to be resolved in a way that is going to create a very strong sense of harmony. As if like it was really worth it to wait for this moment. It was really worth it to push through, and also to remember that you are someone that you're a master manifester and you manifested this. You made it happen. Why? Because you remained in the frequency of love. And manifestation, of course, your 3D reality is going to catch up. And I'm going to talk real quick about the frequency. Whatever thoughts we are thinking on daily basis, whatever feelings we are feeling and emotions that we are embodying, that is basically sending a signal to the quantum field, and that attracts similar situations into our lives, right? Because that's how the universe works, vibrational frequency. So because you have done a lot of work for yourself, on yourself, you are starting to really be more appreciative of life, of yourself. There is something about you and this person wanting to see the possibility of a second chance. You always had that in your mind, in your energy. So, and also the end of your wounds, and your hurt is coming to an end as well. Now, the messages of love here, you have self-care. Make sure to clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Like I said, your prioritization is going to be very important, self-prioritization. And you have here and now. Your true love is already part of your life. So, dear Taurus, this is about the twin flame that you're dealing with, and you both learning how to prioritize self-care for each other, okay? Self-care rituals, you might be doing, certain self-care rituals. You might do some really positive spells, manifestation, affirmations. You could be getting into that as well. So, it is not about trying to change the other person. It is becoming the change we want to see. Like Neville Goddard says, you don't have to change the mirror. You change the expression on your face, and the mirror reflects it back to you. The mirror is the world, right? So we don't want to be sitting here and contemplating and saying all the bad stuff that are going to happen, because that's what the world is going to reflect. The world is simply a mirror to our inner dialogues, to our inner conversations, and to the frequency that we are carrying within ourselves. Okay, so let's see what is your advice here before I pull the intimacy card. Yeah, let me see what is the advice. Taurus, Sina. Let's see what's going on for you. Also for the competition, dear Ria, I did see your question. I'm gonna get your free reading in the next Taurus reading. Okay, so you have Ace of Swords. Okay, you have the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Cups, and you have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Someone here also could have facial hair features that could be very significant. Someone is a boss. Now, your biggest piece of advice here is to remember that when you become clear with the Ace of Swords in your manifestations, you don't get too much entangled into this energy of confusion. You don't try to buy into some BS stuff out there, doubts and fears. You're going to see how your twin flame is going to come towards your way. I think this has a lot to do with maintaining your thoughts very clear and your affirmations and remaining your high frequency. It may sound simple. It is not woo-woo stuff. This is science, spirituality, esoteric knowledge all combined together. Okay, I invested a lot of money into this and I studied this and about manifestation, understanding the quantum physics of it, through meditation and breath work and embodying that. So you are doing the right thing. Those who know, they'll know what I'm talking about, okay? You can let me know in the comments. So this is about you maintaining that frequency, and because you're becoming very clear, just don't let any kind of doubts or fears from the past try to sway you into the old patterns, okay? Now let's get into your intimacy deck, and we're gonna pull 3 cards for you and your twin flame to discuss. I know that everybody loves those decks, so we're going to see what are the 3 questions you can discuss with your twin flame. Okay, so one of the things, number 1 is, what do you wish we did more of? So what do you wish we did more of? That's something that you can discuss with your twin flame. Try to see what is it that they would really want to do with you more. How do we work well together and balance each other out? See, a lot of the things that I was talking about in the reading was about balance, right? How do you guys work things out? The scales here is very important, like balance here. You see, like that's also something that happened in the near future. And the 3rd question is, what's the most useful purchase you have made in the last year? So what is the most useful purchase you have made in the last year? So honestly, it's a good question. Sometimes I answer those questions, sometimes I don't, just to kind of share it with you. I think the most important, useful purchase I did last year was, I'm going to say this microphone. I tried like 4 or 5 microphones, and this one seemed to have worked the best for me, and it was very useful. I did a lot of investment for my gear, camera, and everything to provide high quality. So that's what I had. I hope that this reading really gave some clarity for you. Please make sure to go ahead to hit the like button. Also to hype the video, leave positive comments. Let me know. Talk to me in the comments. And I love you so much, dear Taurus. I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.